In Episode 3, the first-year trio faces their very first real mission, and Nobara shows why she's one of the most fearless sorcerers of her generation. But beneath her power is a psychological principle you may not expect. We'll break it down at the end of the video. Gojo takes the three first-year students, Itadori, Megumi, and Nobara, on their first mission. The target, a low-level curse hiding inside an abandoned building in Harajuku. Nobara is especially excited because this is her first exorcism in Tokyo. On the way, Nobara explains why she came to Tokyo. She grew up in a rural town she hated, a place full of gossip, judgment, and no opportunities. But she met a kind woman who eventually had to leave the town because of the cruelty around her. That moment shaped Nobara. She wants to become strong enough to choose her own life, not live under someone else's expectations. Inside the cursed building, the trio splits up. Itadori and Megumi search one side, while Nobara explores alone. Nobara soon encounters her first curse, a small, grotesque creature lurking in the hallway. With complete confidence, she uses her straw doll technique, hammer and nails infused with cursed energy, and destroys it instantly. However, a second curse appears and grabs a lost child who wandered into the building. The monster retreats deeper inside, forcing Nobara to follow it alone. The curse hides behind the child, using him as a shield. Nobara hesitates for the first time. At that moment, Itadori breaks down the door and saves the boy. Now free to attack, Nobara drives a nail into a piece of the curse's flesh she picked up earlier. Using resonance, she exorcises the curse from a distance and wins the battle. After the mission, Itadori loses 2 of his fingers from punching through a wall to save the child. Nobara laughs at him, then suddenly looks out at Tokyo and says, "This is the city I chose. I won't lose." The first mission ends successfully, and the trio begins to bond as a real team. Breakdown 1. Why Nobara's resonance technique is scientifically possible. Nobara's resonance technique looks supernatural, but it resembles a real-world principle: sympathetic response. In physics and engineering, when 2 objects share structural similarity, applying energy to one object can create vibration in the other, even from a distance. That's how tuning forks, bridges, and even buildings can vibrate in sync. Nobara uses the same idea. She links the curse's flesh to its body. When she drives the nail into the flesh, the damage resonates through the link. She's essentially weaponizing sympathetic vibration. Breakdown 2. Why Nobara's confidence boosts her combat power. Psychology. Nobara fights with extreme confidence, and that's not just personality, it's psychology. Studies on high-performance athletes show that confidence activates the brain's prefrontal control network, which improves reaction time, precision, emotional stability, and threat assessment. Nobara's confidence isn't arrogance. It's a mental enhancer that allows her to control fear and maximize her technique. This is why, even when facing danger, she moves with absolute clarity. That's the full recap of Episode 3, plus 2 scientific breakdowns explaining Nobara's power. In Episode 4, a new threat appears, and Itadori will face the most dangerous moment of his life so far. See you in the next video.